Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump. This podcast is for anybody who has a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. This is episode 356, and let's talk about physics. Let's talk about astronomy for a minute. Gravity, right? Gravity is one of those things that we can't see, but it's present all around us. The reason why I'm sitting in this chair right now is because of gravity. The reason why you're walking on solid ground right now or sitting wherever you are right now is because of gravity. Gravity is an invisible force that we cannot see, but it's a very powerful force that's always at work, that's constantly trying to pull two objects together. That's how gravity works. And the reason why anywhere you go on this earth, you are always going to be walking on solid ground. You are always going to be sitting on solid ground, regardless if you are in Antarctica, regardless if you are in North America, regardless if you are in Africa, regardless if you are in the Arctic. You are always going to be looking up into the sky and on solid ground, because gravity, the Earth's gravitational pull, is constantly pulling you to the Earth's core. And the way gravity works is, the larger object, the more massive object, is what pulls the least massive object. So that's why we are always being pulled to the Earth's core, because we are not as massive as the Earth. And it's the same principle why the Earth revolves around the sun. The sun is far more massive than the Earth and all the other planets in our solar system. So therefore they revolve around the sun, because the sun is constantly pulling them in. The sun would not let them go. The gravitational pull is so strong that it cannot go anywhere. You cannot go anywhere. I cannot get up out this chair. I can jump up, but I'm going to come right back down. You can jump up and you're going to come right back down. The Earth cannot get out of the sun's gravitational pull, and we cannot get out of the Earth's gravitational pull. Now, why am I talking about physics? Why am I talking about astronomy? Why am I talking about planets and gravitational pulls and gravity? I'm talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, because you look at my shirt. I'm wearing a sociology shirt. Sociology, go subscribe to it if you haven't subscribed to it yet. It's on every single podcast the Mogul Motivation is on. Sociology is my second podcast. Sociology, I actually had the idea for it 10 years ago. Sociology, I did not pursue it because I didn't believe in it. I didn't think sociology was going to work out. I didn't think that people were going to resonate with it and like the content that I was going to put out on sociology. I waited 10 years to launch sociology. And now that I launched sociology, everybody loves sociology. Everybody believes sociology can be bigger than Mogul Motivation, even though they're twins and they're going to grow at the same rate, in my opinion. But people really are excited about sociology. The same can be said about Mogul Motivation. I started Mogul Motivation in 2016, but I had the idea for Mogul Motivation since 2010. Mogul Motivation started out as a blog. I told this story on this podcast before. Every single thing I do now in 2022, ladies and gentlemen, I had the vision and I had the idea years ago, over a decade ago, for Mogul Motivation, for sociology. But it took me about 6 years to start Mogul Motivation as a podcast form in 2016, and it took me 10 years to start sociology as a podcast form in 2021. My point is this: when you have a dream, when something is placed in your spirit, when you have an idea that's placed on your heart, it's not there just to be there. And you know what I'm talking about. We all come up with ideas every single day. Ideas come a dime a dozen, right? We always come up with an idea about this, an idea about that. And sometimes they phase away. Sometimes we lose enthusiasm for them. Sometimes they just become non-existent. But there are some things on our heart. There are some things embedded in our spirits that we cannot escape. There are some things that constantly pull us, no matter how much we ignore it, no matter how much we try to run from it. There are things that are constantly going to pull us in that we cannot escape. And those are the things that we need to be pursuing. Those are the things that we need to act immediately on. You see, acting immediately doesn't mean fast, doesn't mean quick, doesn't mean in a hurry. Acting immediately simply means acting immediately. When you have that vision, when you have that idea, when you have that dream and you can't escape it, it constantly pulls at your spirit. It constantly stays on your mind every single day while you're at work, while you're doing other things, and you cannot escape this vision. You cannot escape this idea. You cannot escape this desire. It's that gravitational pull pulling you in, and that's because that's your destiny. That's the core of you. That's what you need to be working on. That's what you need to be focusing on. But you continue to run from it. You continue to escape from it, just how I did. I ran from sociology. I ran from mogul motivation. I ran from all my true passions for so long because I didn't think that they would explode. I didn't think that I would be able to make a living from them. I didn't think that they would resonate with my audience. I didn't believe in myself, so therefore I continued to run. But I couldn't run too much longer because that gravitational pull got so strong, so hard, so overwhelming that I could not escape. And now here I am in 2022 doing everything that I need to be doing everything that the vision and the idea that was placed on my heart years ago, I'm actually doing it and putting it in action now. So that's my message to you this morning. It ain't nothing more to it. You cannot escape this gravitational pull. There are some ideas, there are some visions that you are going to have that are going to be temporary. They're not going to be there for long term. They're not meant for you to really act on them. But there are some things, and you know what those things are, that's on your heart, that's in your spirit, that's always on your mind, that gravitational pull that continues to nag at you. Those are the things you need to act immediately on. Those are the things that you cannot ignore. Those are the things that you need to execute. Those are the things that's your passion, and that's what's your core and buried deep inside you, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the things that's going to bring you joy. Those are the things that's going to bring you the money that you want. Those are the things that's going to bring you the security and the peace that you desire and that you're after. That gravitational pull is strong. You can't escape that gravitational pull. No matter how much you try to, you cannot escape it. I tried it and I know this to be true. It's there for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And only you know what it is. Only you know what's pulling you. Only you know what's tugging at you. And you're playing a game of tug of war with yourself. All you got to do is let the rope go. Just allow it to pull you. Just allow it to pull you in the direction that you're supposed to go. Stop playing tug of war with yourself. Stop resisting your destiny. Stop fighting the urge. Just give in and let it happen and allow God to make miracles in your life and allow those miracles to come to fruition through your work, through your dreams, through your passion, through what you really are convicted about. It's that simple. But we make it so much harder because we fight it. We allow fear to consume us. We doubt ourselves. We doubt our skills. We doubt our talents. And we sit idle for so long. Now, everything happens for a reason. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason why I didn't act immediately on sociology. There's a reason why I didn't launch Mogul Motivation sooner than 2016. There's a reason for those things. And in my life, I truly believe my reason is to tell you right now in this podcast to act on it. Don't ignore it. I believe that's why I had to wait. That's why I ignored it. That was the lesson I had to learn. So I could tell somebody else, do not wait. If you feel that gravitational pull, allow it to pull you in. Don't resist it. Don't run from it. Don't try to jump from it. Just let it happen and let God work and let your dreams and your passions and your visions carry you to new heights. That's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. That gravitational pull is strong, man. It's strong, but it's there for a reason. It's not pulling you into an abyss. It's pulling you into ascension. It's pulling you into better days. It's pulling you into a better life, into a new tax bracket. That's what that gravitational pull is pulling you towards. It's pulling you towards worthiness. It's pulling you towards things that are concrete, things of substance. That's what it's pulling you towards. Just stop resisting. Whatever it is that's on your mind, whatever in your spirit, whatever's on your heart, act immediately. Do not play tug of war. Just allow it to pull you. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next week.